Some places feel neutral, others feel like they are waiting. Turbine Dam is not neutral. Concrete soaked with cold, steel humming under pressure, water stacked behind gates that were never meant to fail. The whole structure has a pulse, not a heartbeat, a machine rhythm, relentless, indifferent. Volk chose this place because pressure makes people rush, and rushing makes mistakes permanent. They planted 2 charges, one buried deep in the intake tunnel where water never stops pushing, one wired into the control room where blinking lights pull attention away from what matters. Hostages were taken to buy time, not to escape, to force hesitation. 30 minutes on the clock. After that, the dam decides for everyone. The war room is quiet when the team assembles. Not calm, quiet. The map of Turbine sits under cold light, like a confession you cannot unread. Colonel Elite does not announce leadership. He simply exists in the space, and the space changes around him. People straighten, not from fear, from instinct. Lieutenant Colonel Ginge looks at the plan the way a surgeon looks at a bad incision, already imagining what goes wrong if someone gets sloppy. Major HVD says nothing. His silence closes doors somewhere unpleasant. Sergeant Major Josh checks equipment with ritual discipline. Standards are not a mood. Captain Gamer watches time like it is ammunition. Spent wrong and you bleed later. Second Lieutenant Stitch watches faces. He notices fractures before they spread. Sergeant Hades waits, momentum restrained. And somewhere in the room, a helmeted figure with glowing magenta lenses drifts at the edge of light. A silhouette that lingers in memory. Orders come down clean. The service tunnels take them immediately. Cold water along the floor, metal in the air, sound that comes back wrong. Josh sets the pace without looking back. Correct. Unforgiving. The formation tightens without discussion. Stitch stays close enough to feel movement, far enough to see what gets missed. Hades takes the heavy side, because pressure belongs there. Ginge watches every junction like it owes him answers. Elite moves with them, calm that lowers voices. HVD is gone, not missing, gone. First contact breaks in a maintenance junction, 2 Volk sentries, alert, wrong. The first drops without ceremony. The second catches magenta light in the dark. For half a second, his brain tries to explain it. That half second is the most expensive thing he owns. They do not stop. The dam grows louder as they move. Vibration in teeth, water waiting. Then the tunnel opens. The turbine hall arrives all at once. Steel overhead, machinery below, noise thick enough to hide screams. Volk owns the height. They believe it means control. They open fire. Sparks rain. Rounds vanish into sound. Elite does not shout. The team moves in pieces. Angles change. The room reshapes. Ginge adjusts without explanation. Josh commits to movement and space bends around it. Hades steps into the wrong place to be ignored. HVD appears where no one planned for him. One side of the hall goes quiet. The enemy realizes something has shifted, not numbers. Control. And control, once gone, does not come back. The push continues toward the admin corridor. The noise falls away and leaves fear exposed. Hostages sit on the floor, hands bound, waiting. 2 guards stand over them with borrowed confidence. The breach is clean, standing, then not. Violence ends and care begins immediately. Stitch cuts restraints, hands steady, voice low. Gamer gives simple instructions. Calm spreads faster than panic. Elite kneels briefly, meets eyes, says nothing. Then the building shifts, footsteps on metal, voices moving fast. Volk converges on the control room because leverage lives there. Screens flash, panels blink. A technician grips a detonator like faith. He talks. Josh closes distance. A grip, a shift. The detonator stays depressed. Ginge studies wiring like a native language. The third wire reveals itself. A quiet lie. A dead man loop tied to a hand that wants to matter. Josh adjusts pressure. Enough. The lie fails. Below, the intake tunnel waits. Colder, wetter. Water presses against steel. The primary charge sits mounted with purpose. A timer that does not care. Hades crouches, hands steady. HVD stands guard. Stillness absolute. A delay attempt dies quickly. Facts are called. Wire colors, fail safes. Back above, confirmation comes once. 2 bombs, 2 rooms, 1 clock. Breaths slow. The cut is made. The timer freezes. The dam stays a dam. Volk pushes one last time. Desperate. Late. Elite makes the call. Withdraw. No chase. Movement flows. Pressure stays behind. Something considers pursuit. Decides better. The spillway opens into night. Cold air. Fog rolling. Hostages breathe differently. Rotors tear the mist apart. Inside the aircraft, no one speaks. Gear is checked. Glances pass. Elite looks once. That is enough. Below, Turbine Dam settles back into stillness. Volk does not get their explosion. They do not get their story. The night closes, and the team disappears into it, because the best operations do not end loudly. They end clean, and the next mission is already waiting to be ugly. FUBAR, the leading milsim unit on Discord. Structured command, serious operations, no excuses. If you're ready to stop playing around and start running real missions, join the fight. FUBAR operates on Onward VR, VTOL, and TAVR.